Why positive thinking doesn't work? We're going to talk about that tonight. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself, the highest version of yourself. Welcome back, guys. Tonight I want to talk about this whole idea about positive thinking. Every spiritual teacher talks about it. I think we can all agree on the benefits of positive thinking, but how do we get there? Why doesn't it work? Right? When we're in a negative state, whatever that is, we're feeling angry, or we're feeling frustrated, or we're feeling annoyed, we're feeling lonely, whatever that is. Why is it that when we try to do some positive thinking techniques that they don't work? We're going to talk about that. Here's why. So guys, when you're in a negative state, you're in a state of being that's been determined by you, by the combination of thoughts plus feeling, by the combinations of mind plus body, by the combination of mind plus your heart. These feelings, these emotions that you're feeling have caused a state of being. These state of beings are generally past state of beings that you just keep moving forward to the present, right? It's from emotions and feelings that you felt in the past that are causing your state of being in this current moment, right? The reason positive thinking won't work, you're trying to change your state of being, that's the combination of thoughts plus feelings, with just positive thinking, just the thought side. And the problem is, you don't believe it, right? Or your body doesn't believe it, or your heart doesn't believe it. So your thoughts are telling your body or your heart that, hey, you should be positive. Here's some positive thoughts for you. The problem is they're probably they conflict with your current state of being, or the beliefs that you have underneath that's supporting that state of being. Remember, beliefs are just thoughts that you keep thinking. But these beliefs, and really most of them are subconscious at this point, right? You're not even thinking about them. Have created these emotions that are, for instance, negative emotion, that were caused by past thoughts and feelings. Most of your thoughts are rooted in the past, in past states of beings. These have caused feelings and emotions, right, that have caused this current negative state of being. You can't change that with just a new thought, right? Not a new thought only. It has to be thought plus the feeling. You've got to feel it. And we talked about this yesterday, right? In terms of getting in that state of feeling abundant, feeling healthy, feeling loved, right? Actually believing it, right? And I like this book by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I think it was his second book, Breaking the Habit of Being You. Brilliant book. And Joe Dispenza talks about this idea that's the reason why positive thinking doesn't work, right? You're in a state of being that's been created by your thoughts plus your feelings, your mind plus your body, your mind and heart. You have to get them lined up to create a new state of being. You cannot create a new state of being just with positive thinking. It has to be thoughts plus feelings. That will equal your new state of being. And here's an idea that he planted there in his book. So you have a thought that creates a feeling, and those feelings create associated thoughts. So if you have negative feelings, if you're already feeling negative, you will create more negative thoughts. Those negative thoughts will create additional negative feelings, and you get into this sort of vicious cycle of negativity. This could also work the other way if you can get a positive bent on this, right? But this is the idea that thoughts creates feelings, feelings create more thoughts, thoughts create more feelings, all associated with it. So it goes in this kind of circle. How do you break it? How do you break this cycle? How can we get positive thinking working for us and to make it a powerful technique as opposed to really surface affirmations and surface positive thinking, that whole idea about cloud nine that I talked about in a previous video? Well, remember, most of your thoughts and feelings are rooted from past experiences and past events. So you have a new thought, it triggers a feeling or an emotion that's associated to a past event. And so you continue in this negative cycle. This is why many times you feel trapped and that you can't get out of it. So what does Joe say? We're going to talk more about his techniques in this book a little bit more. I wanted to introduce it tonight. The only way you can change is you've got to start thinking greater than how you feel. What a powerful statement. Dr. Joe Dispenza. You got to start thinking greater than how you feel. It's the only way out. How to do that? Well, we're going to talk about that in future videos. But I want to plant this idea, guys. This is why positive thinking doesn't work, right? Because you've got to combine thinking plus that feeling. You've got to thinking of abundance plus feeling abundance to create a state of being of abundance that then you can attract more abundance. So the only way to change it, the only way to break this cycle of these negative feelings is you've got to be great. You've got to start thinking greater than that, than how you currently feel. Because if you think greater than how you currently feel, and then you attach, and then you start feeling the emotions, and what he calls those higher, elevated, he calls those elevated emotions. I've talked about it like that as well. These higher elevated emotions, love, unconditional love, but love, appreciation, gratitude, these are the high level emotions. So when you can start thinking greater than how you feel, this is when you can break the cycle. How do you do it? We'll talk more about that in future videos, guys. This is Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being You. We're going to talk more about some of the techniques in the book, as well as more teachings of Neville Goddard and Vadim Zeland in terms of reality transurfing, and then other teachers as well, right? But right now, I wanted to kind of get this out there that you can't just think negative beliefs. Why? Why? Because your body, your heart doesn't believe it. Doesn't believe your mind. Your mind can start thinking these positive thoughts. But unless your body agrees with it, unless your body feels it, unless your body feels that thought, that positive thought, then it won't work. You're going to end up in frustration. You're going to end up back where you were, or even worse, right? So normally, because these positive thinking, these positive thoughts, and these affirmations are in conflict with your beliefs. Your beliefs, remember, is a thought that you keep on thinking. It's buried there with all these emotions and feelings from the past that are triggered when you have more positive thinking. So to overcome it, you've got to start thinking higher, greater. You've got to be greater than who you are. You've got to think greater than who you are. If you want to start feeling different, if you want to start attracting something different into your life, you've got to start being different than who you currently are. So I love the name of his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, because we talk about being your higher self all day long, right? Every video we're talking about that. So I like this idea, and I like a lot of his concepts in this book that I wanted to kind of start introducing to you. But really, you've got to be that state of being. You've got to start thinking from that. And when you start thinking from that, you've got to get your heart and body to stop believing it and feeling it. This is powerful stuff. We'll talk more about it. That's it for now, guys. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That's me with the little caricature. The notification button so you never miss a video. And the like button. Like the videos. This is how we get our word out. Yeah? I'll talk to you soon. This is Tom Kieran. Till next time.